Hey, what's up, everybody? Friends and strangers alike. Turning on the camera one more time for another pack of Arcane Rising, Flesh and Blood, Unlimited. So this is the second box of this set I'm opening. And in addition to that, I've opened some loose packs of Welcome to Wraith and Crucible of War. I've got at least one more box of Welcome to Wraith that I'm going to consider cracking. And then I think at 2 boxes of a set is usually, for me, a sort of limit, unless I really like what's going on. So we'll see. We'll see what I do. After that, eventually they'll have the next set of this out. By then I'll have hopefully built some decks and played some games either on the webcams or at the shops, or just trying to find some of the local players on Facebook and such. So if you were watching the last video, you saw I hit a pretty nice legendary, which kind of paid for the box, so I felt comfortable opening another one, kind of the booster box game, right? I'm in a little bit of a hurry today, so Spellblade Assault, reduced to rune chance, and a silver to tip, in foil at least. I'll be a lot quicker, and I've seen enough of the art now that, wow, I thought I would not be stopping quite as much. That's amazing. And again, even the stuff I've seen, I only saw it during that one opening, since I haven't lived with the cards yet. So this will be quick. Thanks for joining me, guys. Maybe I'll hit another legendary, huh? But if not, it's still good fodder for building up some decks of this, and you can't blame me for stopping the game. Whoop, there's a super rare. The game just frankly looks beautiful, and as one of the commenters, Spitfire, put in my last video, it's so very clear that they're aiming this at an audience with more of I don't know, old school sensibility. And I touched on that last video as we spoke during the last opening. Just the direction of the fantasy setting in Magic the Gathering is it's very different now. Not saying it's bad, it's just different. And I'm sure I'm not alone in feeling a little bit of fatigue, both with the product schedule there and just, you know, the sort of aesthetic sameness of a lot of their stuff. But, you know, Magic is cool, but this is nice and fresh and new. Pour the mold again, Aether Flare and foil. I think I was also informed that it is typical in this game to see a lot more repeat rares. So it is what it is. I can live with that. Again, when it comes to deck building, we'll see. I mean, my thing is just always, obviously you feel bummed when you've gotten too many repeats that you can't use, and it's kind of dead cardboard that is just going to sit around looking pretty for you. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the boat I'm in with this game. Take cover. Another super. Ninth Blade of the Blood Oath. I love that art. I said that last time. And Rifting in foil. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, back when I was a kid, right? Or back before you had a lot of disposable income, you built with what you had. And I don't plan to be competitive in this, so that's how it'll go. But I'm still hoping that, you know, if you've sunk a few hundred in, the boxes are delivering enough variety to... Oof, wow, look at this. Look at that. To build more than one really good deck. And, yeah. I saw online yesterday already there was I think in Canada, a pretty large webcam tournament. I keep seeing pictures from the tournaments in New Zealand, which is the home country of the game, drawing 20, 30 people. And, well, the online tournament yesterday looked to have a lot more than 20 or 30 people. I don't know the exact number, so I don't want to throw it out there. I don't want to hype something that isn't as big as I think it was. But I remember I was a little surprised when I saw the counts. And let me tell you, it may sound low, but I've been around the block with a number of these trading card games and living card games, and you know, not everyone cares to compete, or not everyone can fit it in their schedule. So when you're getting dozens of people showing up for a competition, I think it is indicative of good growing community. So hopefully they keep that up. Life for life, sturdy ether wins, rare foil, absorbent ether. Love that. I love the way the foiling is done here. With a little bit more discretion, rather than just put slap foil on everything, right? Use the foil to enhance the art, not cover it up. We've talked about this. It looks great. I also understand there's some sort of special limited edition hardcover book that's been sent to stores covering the lore of this game. And I tried listening to some videos about it last night. Would love to get my hands on that, but I guess I'll just have to wait until they reprint it. It's not as sword and sorcery as it seemed to be initially when I came across Welcome to Wraith. We're seeing there is a lot more of a fantastic element. Looks cool. A high fantastic element, but I think it seems to retain that sword and sorcery ethos of like grittiness and darkness, and shit's not all good, and you know, it's not a power fantasy like D&D and basically as the Magic story has become. You know, where you're heroic and you know all the heroes are going to come out on top and just do bigger, badder things all the time. Another silver to tip. Pedal to the metal. Fervent Forerunner. So, yeah. Yeah, but I hope, again, I said it last time, I'd like to see a little bit more kind of an adult theme. I hope they don't shy away from it. They started it in No Clay Place. There's another super Lesson in Lava. I believe I have that already. A little bit more blood. I know it's almost like a third rail these days to also include a little bit more of a sexual aspect. But man, I mean, that was always a part back in the day of fantasy. And I've always known fantasy to have plenty of fans of both genders, whether or not, well, by comparison to like sci-fi, let's say, or other things. So I mean, yeah, the big Amazonian women, why not throw a few in? But the blood, it is called Flesh and Blood. I hope they don't forget that. And that because that grounds things, right? Like when you have cards showing guts being spilled pretty commonly, it makes the stuff that's a little more fantastic like this also a little bit more meaningful, and you hopefully use it a little more sparingly. Anyway, let's keep going with these cards now. I'm sure you guys didn't come here to hear my thoughts on the aesthetics of high, low, epic fantasy. I'm far from any expert on that. I'm a sci-fi guy, really. Token. Take cover. Knock the death whistle. Voltic Bolt. There's Jace again. Looking a lot more badass than he ever did in Magic. Alright. Get that plasma pistol out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Life for life again. Absorbent ether. No rune gloves. In foil. I think that's an okay. It's a thing you want to have a lot of in foils. Legend Story. Kano. Take Aim. The other Arena's Prayer. We've seen quite a few. This looks great. In foil. Alright, winding you down, guys. Well, I've not done a great job of keeping track of the numbers of the supers and majestics in the other stuff I've opened. I'm glad I did these videos. It will make it easy to go back and count. But somehow I'm feeling that this may be least spectacular of the openings so far. But then again, at this point I've seen almost all the arts, so of course I was blown away when it was all first time spotting any of it. Crown of the, I don't think I've seen that. That looks pretty cool. And it's a great name, Crown of Dichotomy. Life for Life. Blazing Ether, which I think I do have. Rich Rider Shot, 2 in a row. One of the things I heard in this lore video I checked out last night is that these borders on the specializations, they correlate with where that character's from. And I'm wondering if that's one of the things we're going to see in the game going forward, where I know in deck building, right now the principal aspect is the class, you know, Wizard, Ranger, Runeblade, and so forth. But are they going to introduce rules where then these borders and the geographic location of the hero's origin comes into it as well? Could be. Ooh, look at this. Christian Huerta, nice one. Convection Amplifier. I need one of those. Don't know why. Command and Conquer. I think I saw that this is a pretty powerful Majestic, right? Because it's generic, so I can use it in any deck. 6. Swinging for a big 6. And it can't be defended. So that's a pretty good hit, I think. Okay. Let's see. We got our token. 2, 3, 4, 5. Steer the Ether Winds. Pedal to the Metal. Enchanting Melody. I think I had this in foil already, but again, very, very, very beautiful foiling technique there. Look at this. You know, even if this game dies tomorrow somehow, I think people will be talking about the beauty of this game for a minute. I think the standard, the bar has been raised, gentlemen, as far as fantasy card games go. And it was pretty high already. You know what I mean? I cannot knock the work of Magic the Gathering over the decades. Even if, as I said, maybe a little staleness is starting to set in. Take Aim. Silver the Tip. I must have 6 of those by now, man. And Oath of the Arknight in foil. Last packs. Let's get these here. Alright guys, if anyone's still watching, hope for me. Let's hit another legendary. If not, I hope you will come back later in the week. I'll be opening some more old CCG stuff. And likely at least one more box of this game. Absorbent Ether. Earnest Prayer. Oh. Drawn to the Dark Dimension. Look at that shit. I'm saying even the comments just fucking are beautiful artworks. Whoop. Enchant. Steer the Ether Winds. Spellblade Assault. Back Alley Break Line. Last 2. Enchanting Melody again. Pour the Mold. Index. Very nice. Arts wise anyway. See this. Don't know if that comes across. And last one, guys. Boom. Reduce to Rune Chant. Life for Life. And a rare super Rusted Relic. Arcane Barrier. Okay, well, it does look very nice, right? The foiling on the device. We'll see when I learn more about the game, the usefulness. But yep, thanks for joining me in my nerdery. Here's the end result, huh? I think the Command and Conquer is probably the toughest big bad pull I got. And a couple Majestics, 4 Supers. All right. Thanks for joining me, guys.